What's the weirdest thing you've seen at an airport? A handgun. Inside a raw chicken. And no, I'm not kidding. Back in the late 90s, so pre-911, I was going through security at LaGuardia in New York. There's a family ahead of me sending their bags through the X-ray machine, and everything stops. They pull a bag and open it up and pull out a big-ass butcher knife. The mother turns to the son, who was 11 to 12, and screams, "Why the hell did you put that in your bag? That's one of my good knives. I paid $80 for those knives." All the kid could do was shrug his shoulders and say, "I don't know. I thought I might need it." They confiscated the knife, much to the mom's dismay, and let them go on their way. Two soldiers walking by working security, both armed with handguns, and one is holding an M16 rifle. They pass by my seat in the terminal. Some time passes, and they walk back. Only this time the other guy is holding the rifle. Grown-ass bearded man in a pink tutu and white patent leather pumps pulling a Hello Kitty suitcase. Omaha guy was giving himself a full-on shower in the bathroom sink, had his shirt off, shaving cream and razor going. Also shampooing hair. Don't get me wrong, guys. Got to do what a guy's got to do. But was definitely weird sight to walk into. Also saw a girl let her dog shit in the middle of a walkway. Didn't even think twice about walking away without cleaning it up. Frickin' nasty woman holding her kid over a garbage can to take a shit. I once saw a United flight take off on time at Miami airport. A man that just had a hair transplant. I think he ended up being on the news because people were complaining of the blood seeping from his bandages. It was pretty gnarly. Not that weird, but I once had my luggage destroyed and they just crammed all my stuff in a huge garbage bag. So I had to walk through the airport with a garbage bag over my shoulder like some sort of hobo Santa. Last year, I saw a man get his suitcase checked, and it was full of mini Baby Bells. There were other cheeses as well, but he had a crap load of them. Baby Bells. A guy that was maybe somewhat strung out started stretching on the floor of a Delta Sky Club, and somehow in the process, he lost his clothes that he got arrested. Also, I've seen a middle-aged man in a suit peeing at a urinal with his pants fully down, a dog wearing sunglasses with a passport in its mouth. I was on a plane with Susan from Sesame Street. She could tell that I knew who she was, and she advised her seat mates not to ask unless they wanted every kid on the place to line up and visit. Dressed beautifully as a dumb hillbilly new recruit at Dallas-Fort Worth Airport in '85. On my way to Fort Sill, I was approached right out in the open by a guy offering what seemed to be a variety of drugs from the inside of his overcoat. A woman in the men's restroom changing her baby's diaper. A guy spitting into his hands and rubbing them together. Almost threw up watching him do this. A guy in a full suit eating an onion like it was an apple. No hesitation, no tears, just raw onion confidence. A drunk, middle-aged Turkish guy somehow made it to the international departure gate where I was and tried to bribe the gate agent to let him on a flight by offering him his half-consumed bottle of whiskey. It didn't work. Many years ago, I was on a 747 flight in the U.S. domestic. Wow. And I was in the aisle seat napping. My hand was hanging into the aisle a bit, and I woke up when something brushed by my arm. A black cat was casually sauntering down the aisle toward the front of the plane. A full-size Barney the dinosaur with a plane captain's hat. My family were at the airport very early in the morning, and it was pretty empty. Apparently, they were filming some tourism promo. The actor was nice enough to come over and say hi to us kids in character. It's a weird fever dream of a memory. A group of grown-ass women are big women filming themselves talking. And I mean, they were like climbing on furniture, spreading out, hooting and hollering like they were in a club. Mind you, this was at like 8 p.m. and there were people all around in the terminal. They were taking turns trying to one-up each other. It was one of the most ridiculous things I'd ever seen. So fucking obnoxious. Maybe they had a few too many.